Hello everybody, and before we begin, could I please ask for your like on this episode of FFA Camping Spots? This is on Terminal and I put a lot of hard work into it, and the support in the last video was amazing, so if we could have that again on this one, that would be phenomenal. Alright, without further ado, let's get into those spawns. There's a couple below the plane, two by the back of the map, one by the big window, one next to the elevator, one at the bottom and at the top of Eskies, and there's also one across from that at the little back of the corner by the plants. Alright. Let's proceed to the gameplay. Alright, the gameplay I have for you today doesn't really start out that amazing, and it goes to show how remaining cool and collected and motivated to go to the spot can actually benefit you. Now, I have had a bit of trouble with this spot as regards to the metagame because it is a difficult one to manage, because you've got to get the mix between passive and aggressive right, because if you're too passive, people will just mantle up from gravel up towards top red and just kill you easily. But if you're too aggressive, you'll instantly be picked off by people in the plane, people in the catwalk or the long glass corridor or anywhere. So you really do have to get right. And here I get picked off, but then I managed to spawn at the back of the map and get the guy at top red. Now that is the guy you do not want to be. The neutral or the default stance that you want to be at top red is looking towards those back spawns, because that is something that's going to hurt you if they spawn there. And you saw it there, I put my bouncing Betty just in that mantle spot, and I'm going to look directly up into the air and chuck my portable radar. Now that should keep it protected from Semtexes and C4s and most stuff. But anyway, let me show you a good learning opportunity of this gameplay. Now you see right here, picking a few people off and then returning to my default stand of looking here. However, I'm too quick to turn back to look at Burger Town, and I almost paid the price for it. Did you see it? Let's take a look at it in slow motion. The guy that I killed in bottom Eskies actually spawned at the back of the map, and as I turn away, I see the shadow. And then another thing that confirms that somebody is there is the fact he starts shooting at me, but luckily I'm quick enough to react and go and prone in this corner. Now this is corner, you'll see me prone many times, and that's because it's just amazing. It lowers your body profile so people can't really see you at all unless they're the same level as you, which is the good thing about the height advantage. Now I want to talk about the really common spawn of the bottom Eskies. These guys will generally run up the escalators, up the ladders, or out the door in front of me, and they will spawn there more than you can imagine. Another really popular spawn, or really high priority one, is at the top of escalators in the little corner, and these guys will just generally run straight forward, and you should be able to peek back towards Burger Town like I am now, even faster than that, and just pick the heads off as they're sprinting. It's important though to remember, only go there for a little time, only look back for the smallest amount of time you can imagine, like now just picking off that guy and then looking straight back towards the back of the map, because that is where you're going to be picked off. However, my strategy makes it so I rarely get picked off by the back spawns. It's more people going onto gravel and mantling up to get me and taking me off guard that gets me. See right here, I think I hear somebody, so I just quickly make a lap around. You shouldn't really do that, but I definitely heard this guy. Luckily he jumps down. And the other number one cause of death, well really there's two, is because of air support. The amount of times Preds will just go for you. You need to have blind eye as your main perk or one of your first to second unlocks. It is an absolute requirement, because more often than not, at least one guy will get a Pred and you're just out in the open and there's nowhere to run. I've never survived a predator up here. One thing I forgot to mention about the bottom Esky spawn is that you're allowed to go and look down there, but just make sure you make it really quick and just zoom back in like this. Zoom back in. And also, one final thing is, don't forget about the people on the plane. Luckily you're protected from by this generator, but sometimes it can be hard to remember about them and they can pick you off. Just today I was killed in a 18 something kill streak by a guy sitting in one of the windows and sniping, and it's very difficult to see them, so just make sure you're careful of them. Also, you could use it to your advantage and maybe spray through the wall of the pilot area of the plane and get somebody who's camping there too. Oh, and one more thing, don't be worried about the oil tank blowing up, because it doesn't actually kill you that easily, only if you're damaged, and if so you could probably just go prone and avoid it. It may be an idea, however, just to blow it up before you get up there, but it's not a necessity. Okay, there's not much more to say, but I have actually it's really hard to get gameplay which conveys all the points you want to make, all the dangers of the spot, and just illustrate everything, because if I had to illustrate every time I got killed by a pred, it'd be very difficult to get a MOAB, in that actual game. Oh, and speaking of MOABs, there's mine. That was actually quite a quick one. It was about 4 minutes, especially for having a silencer. But anyway, this is beside the point. I'm going to make a terminal free-for-all camping spots, the making of episode, and it's going to basically cover everything that I couldn't fit into this one. So like all the times I died and how I progressed my knowledge of the spot to an actual proper full tactic. I hope you look forward to that. I'll maybe link it when it comes out. It should come out a few days after this one. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, everyone. Love you. See you next time.